So yesterday we talked about the fact that Nico Collins got a big new extension there. We said, hey, wonder what this means for Darius Slayton. Nico Collins had an amazing year, but if you look at their average year, it's not that much different necessarily. Slayton's been a little more, healthy, except for the 1 year at that point as well. Uh, you know, what does this mean for him? We said, he's a guy that you can see potentially, being compared, and you look at okay, Slayton's underpaid. Is he going to get a new contract? Maybe is he going to get an extension? Is he going to get more money? As Rob pulls on back here,
I'm back.
But we said that it wouldn't shock us at all, and sure enough, today the news comes out. He's now in the second year, keep in mind, of a 2-year, $12 million contract he signed last offseason. The Giants previously had $1.5 million of incentives for this year. That number's now going up to 2.15. It really seems like the Giants wanted this deal. It really does. I mean, they got a guy that's basically been averaging 700 yards a season. We said yesterday the exact number. I think it was like 650 it was. But
yeah,
one year he was injured and missed like half the year. Every other year that he's played the full season, he's been consistently a 700-yard guy. Even when the Giants have tried to push him off to the side like they did back in 22. Because let's be honest, they tried very hard to push him off to the side.
Yeah, he was like a healthy scratch, but
yeah,
the
Titans, he barely played the first couple games.
Yeah,
but he was that guy because he is what he is. He's a baller. He may not be that A-tier receiver, but he is that lowercase B tier. Like, he's a legit guy. He's just never going to be a star. Correct. So, but the Giants only gave up a potential $650,000 additional. That's nothing, guys.
Yeah,
it's like they gave him something just so they can suggest he won. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of call it too. It's going to be like one of those things they did with Barkley 2 years ago. Like, hey, listen, we tied you. Here's some money on the side.
Yeah.
This is what you got to do.
Yeah. Well, but I don't know. I feel like it was different with Barkley because Barkley was in the middle of, like, he had no contract signed until they made that agreement. Like, Slayton had something signed. He had an actual contract. To me, was just like, I don't know. I feel like I feel bad for Darius Slayton. And it's like hard to feel bad for a guy who's going to make $12 million in 2 years at least. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
touche.
Like, it's not like he's going to the poorhouse. It's not like this poor guy's on welfare. He can't afford chicken McNuggets. It's like, that's not what's going on here.
When was the last time at McDonald's? Those chicken McNuggets have gone up big time.
Everything has. I say it all the time. Everything has gone up in price except paychecks. The one that stays steady. But, you look at and you look at what he's done in the field. I know somebody brought up, I forget who, one of the content creators, and I wish I had written down who because they made a very valid point. And they said, if you want to discuss how underappreciated and underpaid Darius Slayton is, just remember that Gabe Davis got a $13 million a year contract this offseason. They're very similar players. I could even make the case that Darius Slayton is a better player.
I was about to say, you can make that case, definitely.
And he's going to make less than 2 years, and Gabe Davis is going to make per year. That's kind of sad. Like I said, I do feel bad for Darius Slayton. Now, at the same point, though, just to counter argue myself here, he was a free agent last year. Nobody gave him any kind of significant offer. It's not just the Giants underappreciate what he is. I've said forever that the fans, the fans do as well. But yeah, the whole NFL seems just underappreciate what he does. And it's kind of a shame because he's a good player. Again, he's not your Batman. He's not your Robin. He's maybe your Batgirl. He's your Alfred. I don't know what you want to use. Batgirl. I'm just saying, I don't know what you want to do. Like, he's not, like, if he's your guy you're counting on to be your number one or number two, you're probably not doing something right. But if you want to have him
out past 2 years,
your number 3 receiver, your top guy off the bench, he's a great damn option for that. He is. And I still say one of the best draft picks the Giants have had in the last 10 years easily. Because of where they got him and what he's produced. So, we talked about it before where he's climbing up the ranks. We talked about last year. in receiving yards. Like, he has had actually a very similar career, if I remember correctly, to yardage wise at least, to Sterling Shepard. Like, he's not that far off of him, if I remember correctly. So he's the 21st. He's 21st right now. Okay. At 33, 24 yards. Sterling Shepard, assuming he's done as a Giant, which I have to imagine he is, 4,095. He has one more 700-yard season. He's right there.
Touche.
Here's a crazy thing. Let's say he has two more 700-yard seasons with the Giants, which I don't think is going to happen. Spoiler alert, I think this is actually the last year we have Darius Slayton. I hope I'm wrong in that. I like him, but I think it's the last year. But hypothetically, if he just, because this is what he does, he just consistently 700 yards. 700 yards puts him at 4,000 yards. Math's not difficult there. Another 7,000 puts him at 4,700. That puts him in the top 10 receiving yard leaders in all-time Giants history, guys. Underappreciated.
Super.
That puts him up there with guys like Chris Callaway, Homer Jones,
Basketball Jones. Oh, wrong sport.
Hakeem Nicks, Ike Hilliard. Ike Hilliard is actually probably not a bad comparison for him.
There you go.
But like I said, I'm not saying he's elite. I'm just saying, especially now as he enters what could be his last year as a New York Football Giant here, let's show a little respect. Let's show a little gratitude for what he did, because he's done a lot for this team. All right, let me get off my soapbox here.
Yeah, get off that Slayton horse.
I'm on my soapbox here.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.